I'm going to be doing a little bit of a show and tell of a pretty cool weapon I have here. Let's use Jason V here. This is my SIG one. This is not what we're gonna be talking about today. What we're gonna be talking about today is a relatively expensive and high rank rifle here, rank 32, M110. Now I don't have the 6.5 Creedmoor version, sadly. I'm a little bit off from that. Don't ask why I have that much money. Now this is probably my preferred version. This is pretty much not my favorite weapon in the entirety of BRM5, but definitely currently the best for open world. The velocity, pretty damn good. Range, pretty damn good. This is pretty much one MOA. It's pretty crazy good. You put pretty much a radar scope on this, you can shoot pretty far distance. Now, there are some better long-range sights up here, but I tend to shoot a little bit closer range. There are better sights you can use. This thing, to be exact. This one has higher mag. Now, this is just pretty much one of, if not the best sniper in the game currently. It's a DMR, designated marksman rifle, fires semi-automatic only. See, pretty nice RPM. Reload is slightly longer. M16A2 reload. He flips around, checks the mag, slaps it in, starts firing. Pretty nice. I like it. It's a 308, so it is pretty good. 308s are relatively good in this game. The main issue with it is just it's kind of heavy in terms of its weapon handling. It's not very soft to handle, you know. You will have some issues with it depending on how you use it. It does, if you're doing bunker raid, you might not have enough ammunition left over. This is a sight which I prefer to use. Yes, you do end up shooting out that far sometimes. It has relatively high recoil. I'd recommend pretty much basics. What you need on this is just a sight, a pretty well magnified sight, maybe a suppressor, and a grip. It's not a very complicated rifle to use. It's just point and click. Know how to aim properly and shoot people. Now, the main reason why I recommend this rifle is just because of its insane damage. Usually, at least in my area, the lag on BRM5 is ever present. Like, there's never a session where you're playing it and you don't feel the lag when you're playing BRM5. It's always there. Now, the way this gun sort of combats that, it has pretty crazy damage. No matter what the stats might tell you, the arm and torso damage is pretty damn good. The velocity is really good. The drop-off is relatively predictable. You have enough ammunition to fire for relatively long times, I guess. And it can be used as CQC. No matter how long this rifle is, you could still kind of use it as CQC. Now, the main reason why this rifle is it's not used that much, I've only seen a small handful of people use it, is most people tend to use AR-15s because those have lower recoil. You can kind of spam fire them all you want. You can do what you want with them. It doesn't really matter that much. The recoil itself on the AR-15 platform, at least in this game, is quite low. You can sort of spam fire, just pull down with the mouse a little bit, and you will be completely fine. Oh, this thing, you can't really like spam fire it unless you're at point blank range. Even at point blank range, if you fire this as fast as possible, the muzzle climb will be so substantial, it'll just go straight vertical. Almost like old BRM5 recoil. Now, the recoil pattern on this does make it a little bit less accurate depending on how you shoot it. But if you aim true, it's quite effective. Now, I'm not very good at this game. I've been playing it for, 2-3 years now. But I'm not exactly great at aiming with things, and I tend to do really stupid mistakes. But I hope this is a fair explanation of that. Hopefully, they're stealthing this, no one else is here. This is one of the best maps to use it. Oh, of course it's already secured. Usually Village, or Les Dolna as they call it now. Les Dolna? I don't know how to say that. Is usually one of the best places to go stealth with this. You just pick them off, go close quarters, finish them off, and get the hell out of there before they send in reinforcements. I should use the main gameplay with this. It's really pretty dang good solo. I have a tendency to play things like the Hecate 2, which are not exactly great because you can barely carry enough ammo to kill everyone. But this is sort of, it's overly practical. I guarantee you a lot of experienced players have tried this before and just sort of didn't like the feeling of it. It's not my preferred rifle. I still prefer the AR-15 pattern just because it looks cooler. But it's certainly not a bad rifle. I'm currently putting, my current setup is basically a sight, bipod, a modified stock, a sight, bipod, modified stock, and that's about it. I do put a suppressor on this, so it has a now, sorry, a pretty distinct sound when you fire it. Alright, let's see if we got any targets up there. Okay. Okay, you got a target all the way back there. Got him. Okay, so that was pretty low damage. That was quite long range. But you can tell just the velocity of this thing is kind of crazy. Plus, this is one of the better sights in the game. This is definitely not for, like, beginners, as this will literally break your bank. And just the cost of it. But if you can aim true, it is very effective. Now, I'm not planning to actually clear out this. I'm not confident in being able to clear it out. But I'm just going to try to pick off as many as possible before I get spotted. And if I get spotted, I just exfil. Okay, we have 3 UNJTF here, so that means there's some teammates down here. Cool. So I'm just kind of surprised that hit. As you can tell, it's quite a nice rifle. There are some shortcomings to it. It's not the greatest thing in the world. It does screw up sometimes. It does fail you. Especially when you act stupid like that. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Well, that sucks. Okay, now I'm gonna try to use a little bit of ambush tactics with this thing. This is one of the places where it really feels the shortcoming. Although the single shot damage may be good, if you're trying to shoot a lot of targets and trying to, you know, hold them off, this is not a good rifle to do that with. Especially when you start to sort of spam fire. Oh, I'm shooting way over. What am I aiming at? As you can tell, I'm not very good at aiming this rifle. Quite nice though. I usually like 7.62s and then larger rounds in video games just because it's sort of like the brain dead play style of them. Have to aim a little bit more, but when you do aim and your shots are true, okay. Oh, what? Okay. This is one of the times when you can sort of feel the shortcomings of this rifle. You know? Yeah, ouch. Chill out. You're not going to hit me from that distance. Okay. I think I lost him. I'm going to charge up, get to these little mountain hills, and try to take some cover in case I get shot at. As you can tell, I'm not charging in. The playstyle on this thing is very passive. We can't really afford to go up and you know, murder everything. That's not really how this thing works. A lot of BRM5 is just based on your rifle, but the good thing about BRM5 is even though it may be based on your rifle, whatever your weapon you're using, you can always do what the hell you want. Like, I've done CQB with a 50 caliber sniper rifle before, and it works fine. As long as you aim correctly, you're fine. Now I'm going to go a little bit closer in here. This is where it starts to become lethal. They can actually sort of hit you, and you're not invulnerable. Oh, and the helicopter. I've tried to shoot the people in the helicopter. It doesn't work. I've gotten a direct hit with a Hecate 2. Then someone in the helicopter. It didn't do anything. So to my knowledge, I think the helicopters might be invincible. I'm not sure. BRM5 is not a very stable game. So I would not be sure about saying that. Now, if they drop off their troops, I can just murder them. Hopefully I don't get sniped by the helicopter. I've been headshotted many times by the heli before. Let me try to shoot this guy. Yeah, that wasn't gonna hit him anyways. I usually like to pair this with like a suppressed pistol. This one is not suppressed. I forgot to slap the suppressor on it. Now, usually this gameplay is like, this is not a play in which you use to, you know, finish off the map. It's something which you just use to get a bunch of kills. Oh, I'm getting shot up by the heli. Okay, I'm just gonna put some fire downrange. Hopefully one of those hits him. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now I got hit by mortars. That's what happens when you get too aggressive with this firearm. And all in all, it's pretty good. M110. Respectable gun. I would not count on you if you used it. You can tell it recoils a little bit. Yeah, not very accurate. It works a little bit better in third person. You can kind of arc the tracers in on third person. Like, let me shoot at this teammate here. You still live pretty badly. Sickle clips maledictum. Bro, this dude is... stupid.